Enlightenment. The word enlightenment and the sound in light in mint in light and it's like, oh, it's like a realization, like, oh, you know, brain, mind, world, consciousness. A patient goes into surgery, gets finished, wakes up, and is conscious. They didn't lose their consciousness, they went to sleep and had their surgery. A person goes into a coma, possibly a little bit different. They wake up and their consciousness has regained its strength. A loss and a diminishment with a coma. In the dark sleep, dreamy world during surgery. Enlightenment has traditionally, I think, been thought of as this mysterious kind of mystical idea, philosophy, and training for the mind and the brain. But enlightenment with the brain, body, and mind are more a similarity with consciousness. And the similarity has to do with the kind of almost simulation kind of world we all live in, are a part of, and call Earth. And the simulation kind of place has to do with enlightenment, consciousness, the galaxy, outer space, what Stephen Hawking has said, the theory of everything. Consciousness. You're consciously aware, you're consciously visualizing, you're consciously thinking, having different dimensions and different images, and then enlightenment. Two of the hardest terms, I think, around, as far as two of the hardest terms within neuroscience and deep thinking, and the only, I think, remedy for those folks who, those kind of people who just focus on the simulation kind of life in the world. What consciousness and enlightenment share are energy. The energy to know, enlightenment. The energy to believe, enlightenment. Brain, mind, and body, knowing. Awareness, attention, world. Emotion, psychology, some of psychiatry, and maybe medicine if you're a doctor. Knowing how to help people, knowing how to treat their problems and difficulties with a medicine. Consciousness. world. Energy. Energy to see the world, energy to hear the world, energy to breathe and consciously think in the world. Earth, energy. The sun, energy. The moon, reflecting the light from the sun and shining in the night, energy. Energy can be slowed down, reduced to almost nothing with fasting, hunger, and can be sped up with nutrient-rich supplements, can be sped up with exercise, can be sped up with the brain and the mind. The source itself, though, energy, can be described with the hand, the blood in the hand and the energy feeding the hand from the blood. The tapestry on the wall, no energy. Light reflecting off of it, turn the light off, no energy. The sun does not stop, is pure natural energy. The moon does not go away. The moon receives the energy and reflects it and shines. These are kind of examples in a philosophical discussion explaining why psychological cognition has more benefit than the current psychological, psychiatric, mental health system and processes. The more you go with energy, you go into atomic and you go into atoms and you go into all kinds of itty bitty, tiny, tiny, tiny until it's dark matter maybe? Where people are trying to find the non-duality with energy. The non-duality having to be with life, the non-duality having to, the duality having to do with life, time. Eventually the sun's energy will go dark. And then that dark energy regains consciousness and then gets to grow and evolve, and then it becomes human. Enlightenment. Words and language can go on and on and on and on and take up more and more time. But the energy doesn't have the ups and downs with emotion and trying to describe and making mistakes. Energy has a consistency. Energy has the stillness of a hand with no duality. Energy travels through us. Energy travels out of us. Energy keeps humans alive, animals living, breathing, eating, living. Enlightenment and knowing are how we understand and get to figure out energy. And then where energy goes in the vast, distant space, planets, galaxies, universes, gives hope. Hope of discovery, achievement, and an idea to think about. And get inspired and motivated to achieve. The brain and body don't need these descriptions. The body and brain do not need these words now. The body and the brain need energy. Where there is no body, brain, and mind, there is only a human. A human with no energy has to be fed, cared for, bathed, dressed, changed, or death will occur. Their life will stop. Their heart will not beat anymore, and their lungs will not fill with air. The end.